Doesn't look like there's much wind ahead. I don't expect a whole lot of wind, but it would be nice. But we're away from the dock. That's what's critical. Headed for Iroquois Pass and leaving Marina behind. This will be Brian and Kathy on a chicken with a broken paw, limping home to board. Whatever he's got, he's determined to hang on to it. Nice job. He's actually got a duck. Going into Montague Home. It's not as busy as I thought it was going to be. Good morning, just after 10, and we're screaming along in Trinity Valley going northbound. The side has just changed. It's a nice solid 12 to 15 knots from the southwest, more west than south. Yeah, so far a good little sail. It's actually quite warm, surprisingly. Not at all as cold as I thought it was going to be. It blew hard and very gusty all night. Some nice looking houses. Yes, we're getting closer. The wind's a bit gusty. Not that there's any wind here. Coming into the Nanaimo Harbor. We'll go over to Newcastle for the day. One of the usual collection of boats. Some have been here for years. This will be the reward after a long day's sail. In Nanaimo Harbor, the wind is just starting to ease a little bit. Just after 8 in the morning. We're in Newcastle Channel. It's blowing 15 out at Entrance Island. It's a big falling tide yet, so it should be fairly smooth. But the wind's going to die this afternoon, so we'll try to get across before that happens. Okay, so we got a reef in the main. And the jib is not quite all the way furled out, but close. We're just coming out of Departure Bay. There's a ferry getting ready to leave behind me. I don't see a whole lot of whitecaps out there yet. Well, there in the distance is Smuggler's Cove and Fender Harbor. We're just out in Nanaimo, and we're more or less into a groove. a steady 16 to 18 across the deck from the northwest. So we've been on the windy side, but nothing uncontrollable. Not particularly cold. Not a whole lot of boats out here at the moment. Big ebb tide till about noon. We're a little over halfway across, and the seas have moderated. The wind is down to 10 knots across the deck. The reefs are out, and the sun pops out as I'm videoing. Isn't that nice? So here we are, down near the Cove. We're in Malaspina Strait, just inside of Texada, at 1 o'clock. The wind has slowly eased as time has gone by, and it's always a current against it. Still a little bit against, but not much. Good old Pender Harbor. This is the approach. Having a bit of a problem with my chart plotter. It's refusing to show depth. And there's not a whole lot of boats here. But the sun is hot, the chips are good, the rum and coke is tasty. And it's warm enough I can get out of all my thermals and sit and bask in the sun for the short time it's going to be here. I think it's supposed to rain tomorrow. Well, the burned out pub is still there. Obviously no reconstruction yet. Looks like some old logging machinery. Looks like a flathead Ford. V8. All the cylinders are still there. All the spark plugs are still there. And a single carburetor. Cool. Sure, they said. Sunshine this afternoon. It's raining. It might look goofy, but it's keeping my ears warm. Not that it's terribly cold, but I still got a little ways to go. Nice steady breeze out in the middle of Malaspina Strait. Blowing from the northwest at about 10 knots across the deck. So we're making good headway. Tide's still against us, but not by much. And this will be the Texada boating club. It's just after 10 o'clock and we're underway. Got the Campbell River off to the right. And west view. Still got 8.5 miles to go. Well, we're going to see how long this lasts. Coming up on Harwood Island. It looks like we're going to get rain eventually. It's coming in from the west. But in the meantime, we're sailing with about 9 knots of wind across the deck, and we're hitting 5 knots. so it's all good. They approach the Lund Harbor. Not too busy yet. It's a thriving village. Even the pub is closed. Yes, it did rain last night, but this morning doesn't look too bad. Headed for Tula Passage, whatever you want to call it. Copeland Island's off to the left. Mainland is on the right. And we'll see how far we get today. Poles to anchorage in the Copelands is empty. No one here. Just after 11 o'clock, June 2nd. I think it's a Thursday. And we've made it to Desolation Sound. That's Cortez Island on the left. Squirrel Cove is in the distance off the bow. But I think we'll work our way to windward and make it up to Credo Haven today. See how quiet it is up there. Yeah, it's quite a change from about an hour ago. Now we're looking at showers, although there is a bit of blue sky yet. Maybe it's coming this way. Coming into Credo Haven at a low tide. Pretty quiet in here. So this is a view out the back porch. Pretty tough to take. So before the next rain shower comes in, I'll do a little bit of touring around. A patch of blue. Take advantage of it. Yes, they did say it was going to rain. And it certainly is. The barbecue is lit. We'll see what it's going to be like. Someone coming in. Looking for a place to anchor. Yes, it's a bacon and eggs morning. It's 9:30. It's Sunday morning. And the rain hasn't stopped. Supposed to be sunny this afternoon. Headed over to Refuge Cove for some ice, fuel, and a shower. Doesn't look terribly busy. Not much has changed. Other than the cafe still isn't open. And they started work on that a long time ago. So essentially there was no one here except these 3 powerboats, and they came in after I did. Pretty quiet. So a quick shower, some groceries, fuel. What else did I get? That's about it. Ice. Oh, I got ice. All is good with the world again. Kayakers are out. There's patches of blue sky. And we're sailing to windward across Desolation Sound. Well, that didn't last too long. About 45 minutes worth of sailing and the wind died. So now we're headed for Cortez Bay. Cortez Island. Just about there. Pretty narrow, but deep enough. It's actually warm here. Well, on this trip it's been pretty rare. You can sit out here with a t-shirt on, with the beverage, and not freeze your ass off. So this is pretty nice. It's not that it's really busy in here anyway. There are clouds looming on the horizon. We'll see where they go. In the meantime, okay, so we're going to Campbell River today. There's a wind warning for tomorrow, up to 20 knots from the southeast in rain. Yeah, okay. Getting into the marina is not going to be easy. So I'll go there today. They got room. Unfortunately, that means being tied to a dock for 3 days, but better than not getting there at all. See what people do at Campbell River. Campbell River fishing pool. Oh, people walking about today. Yes, I've turned the boat around. It's almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and we're topping out at 27, 28 knots of wind. Oh, it's raining. It's all good, and it's good to be out of Campbell River and away from the dock for a change. See that Peter just left Deep Bay, headed up Baines Channel. Don't know where he's going to go tonight. I'm sure he'll let us know. But it's a much better day today than it was yesterday. So I got 9 days on my own, and then Paul's going to come in from Calgary, grab the bus, be up here on Sunday afternoon, evening at 6 p.m. Headed to Toledo's Bay instead of Grace Harbor. The wind was still honking through Nalafina Inlet at about 18 to 20 knots. So there's no point in batting my head against that wind, so we'll go to Toledo's, maybe Grace tomorrow. And yes, it is a bit muddy. Not ideal for running shoes. It's not terribly cold, but there are mosquitoes here. I'd rather not be scratching myself all night. The whole bay. So we'll see what happens today. It's clearing up nicely. Although it's supposed to shower overnight and tomorrow. So who knows? Might stay here tomorrow, might go somewhere else. See what the weather does. Well, this is what sailing in Desolation is supposed to be like. Another 7 or 8 degrees Celsius would be nice. But beggars can't be choosers. This is pretty doggone good. It's somewhere around 2 o'clock already. Time flies when you're having fun. Not a single boat on the horizon other than Peter behind me. Peter's sailing. Never catch me, but he's trying. Pretty empty at the extreme end of the inlet or cove. The boat. Okay, we're not talking about anyone in particular.
No, we're not. No, we're being sensible now.
Let's talk about Winnipeg. You can't hurt anyone's. Oh, it can hurt our feelings.
Yeah.
Hey, what happened to the Winnipeg Jets anyway?
It wouldn't hurt our feelings talking about it.
Yeah,
Don't
what
let's
happened
talk,
to Winnipeg.
don't let's talk sports.
The Jets are indifferent.
Yeah. Well, they'll be good next year, apparently.
Oh, sure.
Oh, the wind's picked up nicely. We're getting about 12 knots across the bay. And we're slowly catching up to the other boat. Oh, there you have it. Spinnaker flying downwind, down current. And we're still 5.5 miles from Grace Harbor. Not even an hourglass. So no more than 10 minutes after a beautiful sunny spinnaker run, the wind died and then turned 180 degrees, and now we're hard on the wind. And it looks like we're going to get wet. Maybe not, but I think so. Coming into Grace Harbor as the rain starts to come down. Nicely timed. Not that we want rain, but nicely timed. It's not exactly busy here. So Peter's the only one in that far corner. Okay. He's carrying his anchor pieces right looking at it. I don't know where to go like this. All hunkered down, nowhere to go. No place to be. Time for a drink. Spectacular morning. It's around 9 o'clock in the morning and they're already underway. Another training session, I'm sure. We're in for a joyride into the outer reaches of Grace Harbor, where I've never anchored, never been to. Nice little anchorage if you want to come in here. Certainly probably wouldn't get the crush of people that you get at Grace Harbor itself. But it is shallow here. Very quiet this morning. It's 9 o'clock. We need to get out of Malaspina Inlet before the tide changes. There's about a 3-knot current going out between the two little islands. So we'll get underway. I'm sure Peter will be calling us shortly. Of course, he's on board with no radio and no telephone reception, so I'm going to head in that direction and see where he ends up. So far, a pretty light airy sail. Got about 3 knots across the gap. But the current's with us, so we're doing good. That's Fernando Island in the background there. And a calm day. There's the end of Rebecca Spit. It is just about 2:30. Time to jibe into, what's it called, Drew Harbor. Breakfast time. The usual egg muffin. While the rain continues to come down, although the sky is getting lighter. Yeah. The wind hasn't started blowing yet. Peter's still here, even though he said he was going to get an early start this morning to head to Comox with his 2 students.
You got that article all written?
Of course.
You're all written, are you?
Morning, ladies.
Morning, gentlemen. Would you mind doing your zipper up? It's your zipper or something.
Well, what are you looking at my crotch for? Ladies.
Nice quiet night.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
Hey, have a safe trip back, guys.
Thank you. We're putting in a route down to Comox, so 35 miles. So we're out of here. Be safe, buddy.
You too. Safe drive back. Yes, it's another sparkling morning. Well, this is roughing it on the west coast. Yeah, it's a tough life, but somebody's got to do it. Drifting towards the pass in light airs. See if we can sail through. I'm not holding my breath, but you never know. So this is Uganda Pass at 0 tide. Very misleading, very devious. There's also no wind, so I couldn't sail through. Well, there is, but now from the southeast, and I have to jack into it. And it says I'm in really shallow water here, so let's move out this way a little bit. For a moment there, I was in 9 feet of water. I turned the corner too early. A bit of an eye opener. I'm back into 80 feet of water, and all is good again. Only a few miles from gorge. So I'm making it around the corner, and I'm expecting lots of boats on the way up. Not quite. A pretty quiet morning, but there is a breeze, so we'll go sailing once again into the cut channel, the gorge, with about 3 knots of current. A day of sailing and sunshine, who would have thought? Nice westerly breeze. Hopefully it hangs in there. We're here for Grace Harbor. See if we can find Dave on his Hunter 34. I'm not so sure about that cloud bank back there. That is the west, northwest. Let's hope it's not coming this way. Wind instrument. Keeping me honest in my opinion of what the wind is doing. This is what sailing in Desolation is supposed to be. Oh, perfect. Using the voice already. Not that cold. Do 5.5 knots. Just cruising the coast, Desolation Sound, heading for Grace Harbor. Light winds. Pretty hard to take though. Back at Grace Harbor. You'll notice there's a powerboat here. You can hear the generator.
Lady Jane.
Yes, well, that's Bert's article in there.
You know, I look at those wood rails. These rails here have been a challenge. Hi, Bert. We're just reading your magazine and your article. I don't think you're paid enough for these articles. They're so good.
No, it's okay. It's actually warm outside. It's what, 7:30, and I'm still sitting outside. That's always a good thing. Not that it was planned this way, but following GeMara out of Grace Harbor. Not a whisper of a breeze yet. A little quieter, a little cloudier this morning. A very pleasant surprise. A breeze, and we're going downhill, which is always a good thing. Nice northwesterly breeze. It's even warm. I'm a little overdressed already. So, headed for Campbell River. Call's coming in tonight. Today is laundry and resupply day. And it's a beautiful day.